Chair McCaskill, thank you, first of all, for doing this. This is extraordinarily important because if we're going to have the kind of safety agenda that we need in this country, we've got to get the truth out. That's the bottom line, and I'm particularly pleased that you have three individuals that I've had a chance to talk to, in the case of Mr. Carpenter, for practically 2 decades, I believe now, and Dr. Tamasitis and Ms. Bushy as well, and getting the real story of the problems at the Department of Energy's Hanford site is hugely important for our part of the world. As some of you know, Hanford essentially adjoins the Columbia River, which is our lifeblood for quality of life and recreation and business and a whole host of needs. And the reality is Hanford is a lasting and dangerous legacy of the federal government's nuclear weapons production activities, including millions of gallons of high-level radioactive waste. And for decades, secrecy was a way of life at Hanford, first because it was necessary to protect nuclear weapons secrets, but later it became a way of hiding the true environmental impacts of decades of plutonium production. And what you're going to hear from these three today, and hopefully a number of times in the days ahead, because working with my colleagues, and I'm glad to see Senator Johnson here as well, we really need to dig in and get the truth out about the problems at the site. We're talking about contamination of groundwater, to safety problems at the waste treatment plant. And the reality is, and I say this to our chair and our colleague, Senator Johnson, the only way these serious matters have become public knowledge is because courageous, committed employees like these two individuals have come forward to tell us and to tell the American people. And I'll close up, Senator McCaskill, with just 2 last points. First, independent reviews essentially corroborate their point of view. Both the Defense Nuclear Facility Safety Board and the Department's own safety inspectors found that Hanford has maintained a culture that at best has thwarted the ability of employees to come forward and at worst has threatened their careers and livelihood. And the fact that with respect to Dr. Tamasitis and Ms. Bushy, that they were fired after this issue has gotten so much attention by the independent observers, by you as our chair, Senator McCaskill, and myself when I was chair of the Energy Committee, in my view, underscores the fact that nothing has really changed at Hanford. And that's what we've got to turn around. And I will just say to the chair and Senator Johnson, my staff wrote this really long address. I think I can maybe spare you the full filibuster and just thank you very much for what you're doing. This is important for our part of the world, but it is important because all over the country at other sites, this is being followed. And employees are saying, what are the consequences of coming forward and speaking the truth to influential policymakers? So I thank you very much for your work. If you, as chair, Senator McCaskill, have any questions, softball questions are especially welcome, but I better get back pretty quick to Finance Committee deliberations, and I just thank you very much for doing it.
Thanks for coming.